This is the 7-Eleven whiskey request line.
7-Eleven whiskey. You can depart Astoria Dick Lawrence. Call back your next stop, Astoria Boulevard. $712 Romeo, are you ready to go from Forest Hills?
Sorry, OpenBVE took a while to load back here. Gonna be departing in 1 minute. Sadly, 2 minutes away. 712 Romeo.
Okay. Well, just see if you can load up on it fast.
I just loaded up. Good news.
Like, you already loaded up?
Yeah, I just did.
Alright, 712 Romeo, you can depart. Call back at Woodhaven Boulevard.
This is the 7-Eleven whiskey at Astoria Boulevard.
Astoria Boulevard for the 7-Eleven whiskey. That's a copy. Call back at Queensboro Plaza.
Copy for Queensboro.
712 Romeo to dispatch.
Yes?
I'm about to restart maybe at this time. This girl's gonna be a couple minutes late.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Romeo, did you reload successfully?
706 Romeo at multiple Avenue.
Just give me a couple seconds.
Alright. 706 Romeo, Jackson Heights, I'm doing.
Multiple.
Alright. Depart, call back at 46th Street.
10-12 to 46th Street.
This is 17 Nancy question mark about her dip miles.
17 Nancy, that's copy for Astoria Dip Mars. You can depart, call back to your next stop, Astoria Boulevard.
Good job.
$712 Romeo, gonna be departing now at, gonna be departing 71st Avenue at this time.
Okay, first of all, why didn't you call him before you departed?
Say again?
Why didn't you call him before you departed?
I didn't depart yet. I'm now announcing that I'm going to depart.
Oh, okay. Alright. 718, you can depart for still 71st Avenue and call back at Jackson Avenue.
Roger that.
717 Nancy's at Astoria Boulevard.
717 Nancy, Astoria Boulevard, that's a copy. Call back at Broadway.
That's copy.
Seventh block, Green Plaza, that is a copy. Switch over to Manhattan Tower, have a safe trip.
Seven oh six Romeo.
7 o'clock, is that a copy? Yeah, let's take your scan for a second.
706 at Romeo at 46th Street.
Alright. 706 46th Street, it's a copy. Depart, call back at Queens Plaza.
10 for Queens Plaza.
At Queensboro.
11 Whiskey at Queensboro, it's a copy. Switch over to Manhattan Tower, have a safe trip.
Yeah.
60.
11 in Queensboro.
11 Whiskey, Denmark's 95th at Queensboro. That's a copy. I'm going to ask you to hold momentarily. You got the Romeo just crossed right in front of you.
Copy.
I'm going to switch times because the 25 needs his time pushed back. Or it's going to be the 25. Let me just switch around.
Hello, dispatch.
Good evening, 725 Quincy, 96 seconds Stillwell. Welcome.
May I proceed into 96th Street?
Yes, proceed into 96 second and hold stop and stay until your departure time.
There's a Koopy. I'm gonna pull a velocity and say Koopy.
7 o'clock, Romeo, Cardinal 95th. Can I get a location on you? Because you got the 7-Eleven whiskey that's holding at Queensboro. 7 o'clock, Romeo. I know you're recording. I'm asking for your location. Are you still on the tools? That's a copy. Please pick up the pace. You got the 11 whiskey that's holding. I copy. 7 o'clock. Let me know when doors open. Thank you. 7-Eleven whiskey from Ditmars to 95th. I'm gonna let you go. Proceed with caution. No more than 25 miles an hour. Let me know when you're at Lex 59.
Copy for Lex.
725 Quincy to Stillwell is call back at 96th Street.
725 Quincy, 96 seconds Stillwell does a copy. Where you departure time, which is in like 2 minutes. 7 o'clock, Romeo, Continental 95 at Lex 59. That is a 10-4. Close down, call back Midtown, 57th Street, 7th Avenue. 7-Eleven whiskey, disregard the slow speeds. Resume normal speeds to 59.
06 Romeo, calling out Queens Plaza.
706 Romeo, Continental 95 at Queens Plaza. That is a 10-4. I'm going to ask you to hold momentarily. Got a whiskey that just cut you off.
Alright, 10-4.
At 725 ready to depart out of 96th Street, 2nd Avenue.
725 Quincy, 96 second Stillwell on 96 2nd Avenue. You can depart. Initiate brake testing next callback. This is Lexington Avenue, 63rd Street.
That's a copy.
Continue to hold at Queens Plaza. Continue to hold at Queens Plaza.
Alright, copy.
Seven o'clock, Romeo, Continental 95, Midtown 57 to 7, that's 10-4. Please give me a call back. Push it a local, give me a call back at Times Square.
717 Nancy is at Queensboro Plaza.
717 Nancy, Demonstrable, good evening. I'm going to ask you to hold at Queensboro Plaza. You got a whiskey that's still in the tubes, and you got a Romeo that's awaiting lineup before you. Thank you.
Let's go.
This is the 11 whiskey at Lexington 59.
711 Whiskey, Dimas 95th, Alex 59 as a 10-4. Proceed on. Next callback is 57th Street, 7th Avenue, Midtown.
Copy for 57.
The Romeo, which I believe is the 706 Romeo from Continental 95th. You can proceed, push for the 60th tube. Your next callback is Lexington Avenue, 59th Street.
10-4 from 59th Street.
Dispatch, you said the 725 callback was Lexington Avenue 63rd?
Yes, that's correct.
Alright.
Romeo Continental 95 at Times Square. That was the 10-4. Push for Broadway local. Your next callback is 14th Street, Union Square.
This is the 725 Quincy calling back at Lexington Avenue 63rd Street.
725 Quincy 96 seconds still at Lex 63rd. That was the 10-4. Proceed online on callback at Midtown 57th and 7.
That is a copy.
Just drag him in here, see if he's 731 Quincy, 96 seconds Stowell, are you alive? 731.
This is the 11 Whiskey at 57th Street.
711 Whiskey, Denmark's 95th. There's a copy for 57th 7 in the local. Push for the local. Your next callback is Times Square.
Copy for Times Square.
Let's see. .731 Quincy, 96 seconds Stowell. Alright, copy somewhat. 731.
06 Romeo at Lexington Avenue,
706 Romeo, Continental 95 at Lex 59. That is 10-4. Proceed on. Your next callback is Midtown 57 7.
10-4.
The 717 Nancy Dimmer Stowell that's holding at Queensboro Plaza. You can depart. Your next callback is Lexington Avenue, 59th Street.
That's a copy.
Going once.
This is the 725 Quincy calling back at Midtown 57.
725 Quincy, 96 seconds still at Midtown 57 7. That's 10-4. Your next callback will be Times Square, 42nd Street.
There's a copy closing now.
Okay. Alright, the 90, if the 31 doesn't respond by, let's say, yeah, I'll get him till 37. Okay, copy. Yeah, he's still going in the FJH. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, because the 37 just dropped out of the run, so yeah. Yeah.
This is the 11 Whiskey at Times Square, 42nd Street.
711 Whiskey, Denmark's 95th at Times Square, does the 10-4. Push here for the local lineup. Your next callback is 23rd Street.
Copy for 23rd.
Oh, this is gonna be fun when the Romeos and Whiskey start cutting off the Nancys. This is gonna be fun. Oh god, why is there 47 Nancy numbers? What?
This is the 725 Quincy calling back at 42nd Street, Times Square.
725 Quincy, 96 seconds, still 42nd, Times Square, 42nd Street, that is the 10-4. Push here for the Express, your next callback is 14th Street, Union.
Copy.
Alright, I'm gonna give. Alright, cool. Thank you.
06 Romeo at 57th Street, 7th Avenue.
706 Romeo, Continental 95 at Midtown. That is a 10-4. Push here for the local. Your next callback is Times Square.
10-4 Times Square.
Seven 17 Nancy at Lexington Avenue 59th.
717 Nancy at Lex 59. That is the 10-4. Proceed on. Your next callback is Midtown 7-7.
Let's go.
The 7 o'clock Romeo Continental 95 at 14th Street, Union Square. That is the 10-4. Give me a call back at Prince Street.
723 Whiskey to 95th is at Queensboro Plaza waiting for further instructions.
723 Whiskey at Queensboro Plaza. That is a copy. Your next callback is Lexington Avenue, 59th Street.
That is a copy.
I'm gonna push Frecky up to the 37 because yeah, I'm gonna do that and then drop Chris. Hold on. Where is he? There he is.
1937, can I pull into 96?
Yes, you have permission to pull into 96th Street. Let me know when you have doors open. Thank you. Where is he? Jesus, there's a hole. Let me just.
06 Romeo approaching Times Square, 42nd Street.
Times Square, that is a copy. Your next callback is 28th Street.
Copy for 28th Street.
Let me.
This is the 11 Whiskey at 23rd Street.
11 Whiskey at 23rd Street, that is the time for your next callback will be 14th Street in Union.
Copy.
This is gonna be fun.
725 Quincy is calling back at 14th Street Union Square.
725 Quincy at 14th Street Union Square. That is a 10-4. Give me a call back when you're bypassing 8th Street, New York University.
Copy.
1937, calling back at 96.
737 Quincy, 96 seconds, still with doors open at 96. Your lineup is granted. Close down, give me a call back at Lex 63rd.
Copy.
French Street for the 7 o'clock, that is Romeo, counting on 95th, that is a copy. Welcome to hell. You cut up your first Quincy, which is at 25. 7 o'clock, push for the bridge lineup, your next callback is Canal Street, level up.
This should be fine.
717 Nancy, 57th Street, punching for a local.
717 Nancy, Dimmer is still at 57th and 7th, that is a 10-4. Your next call, push for the local, your next callback is Times Square.
This is the 11 Whiskey at Union Square.
711 Whiskey, Denmar's to 95th at 14th Unit is copy. Give me a call back at Prince Street. 7 o'clock, key out of the signal and proceed to Canal. Thank you.
I was bypassing, just bypassed 8th Street NYU.
That is a 10-4. Call back at the Prince Street Junction.
That's a copy.
And hold at the Prince Street. Like the switches, like just before the switches, just hold right there. Thank you.
Affirmative.
7 o'clock is that a copy for the instructions I just gave you? Alright.
706 Romeo, approaching 28th Street.
28, that is a copy for the 706 Romeo, counted on 95th. Your next callback is 14th Street, Union Square.
Copy for 14th Street.
Shoot, no. Oh.
723 Whiskey to 95th is at Lex 59.
723 Whiskey, Dimmer's 95th at Lex 59. That's the time for you. Proceed on lineup. Your next callback is Midtown 57 7.
57th to 7th, copy.
This is the 725 approaching the switches outside of Prince Street.
25 Quincy, 96 is still at the Prince Street Junction. That's a copy. I'm going to ask you to hold because the 7 o'clock just crossed in front of you and it's on its way to Canal Street, low level.
Affirmative.
Romeo, Continental 95th at Canal Street, lower level. That is a 10-4. Push for the Quincy lineup and proceed on to Brooklyn Tower for further instructions. Thank you. Have a safe trip.
717 Nancy's at Times Square, punch for the Express.
717 Nancy, Dittmars is still at Times Square. That is a 10-4. Push for the Express. Your next callback is 14th Street, Union Square.
Let's go, bitch.
Manhattan Tower, good evening. You got the 729 November, Story Dimmers of Coney Island still calling back Queensboro Plaza.
Okay, actually, never mind. 729 Denmark Stillwell. Good evening, my good sir Alex. Proceed out of Queensboro Plaza and give me a call back at Lex 59, please. Thank you.
10-4 for Lexington Avenue 59th.
This is the 11 Whiskey at Prince Street.
11 Whiskey at Prince Street. That is the 10-4. I'm going to ask you to stop and stay and hold because you got the Quincy that's awaiting lineup into Canal Street.
06 Romeo at 14th Street, Union Square.
Alright, copy. Give me a second while I clear traffic. The 725 Quincy 92nd second to Stillwell Prince Street Junction. You can proceed. Call me back at Canal Street. My fault.
That's a copy from the.
Let's see.
06
The
Romeo.
706 Romeo at 14th Street Union Square. Proceed on your next callback is 8th Street, New York University.
10-4 for 8th Street.
737 calling back at Lexington 53rd.
737 Quincy, 96 seconds still at Lex 63rd as the time 4. You can take proceed on the Broadway line of your next call back is Midtown 57-7.
Copy.
See, I told you, Alex, I got this, bro. See?
So far, so good.
I told you, don't doubt me, bro. Oh my god, we got a train departing at 8:05. Jesus Christ. Okay, cool.
Oh 06 Romeo at 8th Street, NYU.
06 Romeo at H Street, NYU. That was the 10-4. I'm gonna ask you to hold. You got traffic right in front of you.
That's a copy.
723 Whiskey to 95th is at 57th to 7th.
723 Whiskey, Ditmars to 95th to 57-7. Push for the local here. The next callback is Times Square.
725 Quincy is calling back at Canal Street, lower level.
Alright, 725 Quincy, 96 seconds, still at Canal Street, lower level. Does the 10-4. Push for the Quincy line. Switch over to Brooklyn Tower for further instructions. Thank you. Have a safe trip.
Thank you.
711 Whiskey, just stop and stay, be prepared. I'm gonna let you know once Canal Street is clear. Thank you.
Tower, 729 November, Story Denmark Coney, calling back at Lex 59.
729 Nancy, or sorry, November, Denmark is still at Lex 59 as a temporary proceed on line of your next call, but it's 57th Street, 7th Avenue. Midtown.
10-4 for Midtown.
Sure.
717 Nancy, calling back at Union Square.
The train at 14th Union on the Express. I'm gonna ask you to hold momentarily, please. Thank you.
That's copy.
This modified car. Alright, the 11, oh sorry, not the 11. The 17 Nancy, proceed on lineup and call me back at the Prince Street Junction. Thank you.
That's a copy.
And hold at the junction. The 7, let me just make sure. I don't know where's, okay.
735 is at Queensboro Plaza.
35 Whiskey, Dimas 95th. Good evening. Welcome to Manhattan Tower. Proceed on lineup. Your next callback is Lex 59. Alright, 11, you can proceed to Canal Street lower level with caution. Thank you.
Copy for copy.
737 is calling back at Midtown.
Midtown, that's a copy. You push for the express. Your next callback is Times Square. The train holding at 8th Street, which is the 706 Romeo. Proceed on your next callback is Prince Street with caution. Thank you.
Copy for Prince Street.
So 23 Whiskey to 95th is at Times Square, 42nd.
Times Square, 42nd Street for the 23 Whiskey. That is a 10-4. Proceed, push to the local. Your next callback is 14th Street in Union Square.
14th Union, copy.
717 Nancy is at Prince Street Junction.
That is a copy for the 17 Nancy from Denmark to still. I'm going to ask you to hold momentarily. You got a Whiskey that just crossed one in front.
Let's go.
06 Romeo at Prince Street, open up.
Alright, the 06 Romeo Continental 95th at Prince. That is a 10-4. Push for the bridge and stop and stay and hold because you got the Whiskey that just crossed just crossed the junction, and you got the Nancy that is waiting for the lineup. Thank you.
So I'll get another, so at the meetings, right?
Yeah, just hold momentarily. I'll let you know when you can go.
10-4.
Control, you got the 729 November, Denmark, Stillwell, calling back, Midtown 57-7, Express track, punching for Broadway, Express.
Do you skip 49th Street or do not?
I skip 49th Street.
Copy next call next time.
10-4 for Thompson.
Yeah.
737 South 57.
Times Square, that's a copy, and next call is 14.
This is the 11 Whiskey at Canal Street.
Canal Street, that's a copy. Push for the Quincy line and switch over to Brooklyn Tower for instructions. Thank you. Have a safe trip.
Copy. 11 Whiskey at Canal Street.
11 Whiskey Canal, it's a copy, cross over the bridge. Let me know when you're at the interlocking.
Copy for interlocking.
This is 725 Quincy approaching Decall interlocking.
Decall Avenue.
Copy.
The advisor is still a train on the road Decall Avenue unless they have already. Nope, never mind. Stay correct. 700 DeKalb Avenue, it's a copy, press for 4th Avenue. Next comment to the Avenue, Park Road. 725, just go to DeKalb Avenue, no restriction.
That's a copy. Copy. $725 Quincy is at Decall Avenue, punching for Brian.
Decall Avenue, it's a copy. Your next callback is going to be Atlantic Avenue. The 700, your next callback is going to be the 36th Street.
This is the 717 Nancy calling back at Canal Street lower level.
Decall interlock.
That's correct.
This is the 11 whiskey at Decal
Interlocking D Club Avenue.
Dispatch 725 is at Atlantic Avenue, Parklet, on Civic Street.
Right. Prospects.
Copy.
This is the 11 whiskey at Decal Avenue.
DeKalb at the copy, and it's Club Excellent.
Coming for Atlantic.
Who this?
06 Romeo, Cognac Canal Street.
06 for Canal, it's a copy, and it's Club Excellent.
One more time?
D-Club interlocking.
Alright, copy.
Seven 17 Nancy's at D copy interlocking.
Atlantic Park, boys.
Let's copy.
Whiskey at Atlantic Park.
Barclays, it's a copy, and it's Club 36.
Copy 36.
Call back at point picture for Brian Local.
Prospect, Church Avenue.
Copy.
737, Canal, low level.
Canal low level, decouple interlock. Decouple interlocking is a big copy. 736.59.
Seven 17 Nancy, calling back at Atlantic Avenue.
Atlantic 36th Street.
Let's copy.
Oh, 6 Romeo coming in. Cutting out the interlock.
What?
Oh, 6 Romeo County at a decouple interlocking.
Decouple Avenue.
Copy decouple.
Church Avenue.
Things are
Copy.
Whiskey to 95th is at Canal Street, waiting for further instruction.
23 Whiskey, that's a copy. Proceed over the bridge.
Call you back at what?
Decouple interlocking.
Copy.
If you know if the fourth, that's a copy. Your next copy's been 95th.
737 posted on the decouple.
Decouple, that is a copy. Atlantic Avenue, please.
Copy.
Oh, 6 Romeo at decouple Avenue.
Decouple Avenue.
One more time.
Oh, 6. Atlantic.
Copy calling that.
Just cut that. That was the 23, yes. I think 23. That's right. Yes. Someone else called in? Yes. I told you how to 95th Street. 95th Street. Area 95. 700. Area 25.
Tower, good evening. You got the 729 November straight demos to Coney. Calling back at Canal Let me put you for the November on it.
Jacob interlocking.
Except for the interlocking.
This is the 11 Whiskey at 36th Street.
3659.
Copy.
723, just reconfirm. Already called in the details.
Can you repeat that one more time?
Did you already call in at the interlock room that I sent you to call back?
No, I'm still on the bridge. I'm entering the tubes now.
717 is at 36th Street.
3659.
Just copy.
737, calling back as D-Cop, please. No, I'm like, awful.
D-Cop Avenue or interlock? You're at the Avenue?
Yeah, you said I meant it.
Yeah, go to
06 Romeo Atlantic Avenue.
06 to copy next call 36.
723 Whiskey to 95th is at D-Cop interlock.
23 for the interlock next copy next call Avenue.
Copy. .23 Whiskey to 95th is at DeKalb Ave.
DeKalb Avenue to copy next call back B.
Atlantic copy.
735 is at Canal Street, Morlo.
DeKalb interlock.
Copy.
Atlantic Avenue. Atlantic Avenue, right, for the 737.
37 to copy next call that's prospect.
17 Nancy is at 59th Street, for Sea Beach.
Navy truck.
Let's copy.
This 06 dispatch, that's what I know. I'm at NYC, so there was a friend behind me, can you go out, and they like slow down a little bit because I'm between New and 9th Street right now, so.
This
Run that again?
Whiskey at 59th Street.
1159 to the copy next call that's in the Ridge-95.
Copy.
Okay, whoever just asked for the train behind me to slow down, can you run that again, please?
The 06, Bowman, but I'm at 9th Avenue, but we'll just call the call back at Prospect. I'm still at 9th Street.
You do realize it's Prospect Park, right?
Oh, my bad. That was 4th Avenue for a second, my bad.
November, Coney, Astoria Denmark Coney calling back at the interlocking.
Atlantic.
723
Atlantic.
95th is at Atlantic.
4th Avenue is copy.
What's up, 741? We're calling in next to low level.
Hey, interlocking, please.
Copy for decal, then interlocking.
Seven hundred, terminate your turn, have a good night.
Number 25 is calling back at Kings Highway.
25 hour, it's a copy, it's got its right beach.
Affirmative.
Calling back at decab interlocking.
Decab interlocking, that's a copy, and it's covered.
Copy.
$737, calling back at Prospect Park.
Newkirk.
November, calling back Atlantic Pacific.
29. That's 36th Street.
So,
06 Romeo entering 36th Street.
06, 36, that's a copy, and it's number 59.
723 Whiskey to 95th is at 4th Ave 9th.
36th Street.
Copy.
Nancy is at Newkirk Avenue.
New Utrecht, Kings Highway.
That's copy.
735 is at DeKalb Avenue.
DeKalb, Atlantic.
Copy.
Third, 41 about to arrive at the DeKalb Junction. Should I hold or continue?
Proceed.
Copy.
Your next callback's Atlantic Avenue.
Copy for Atlantic.
Whiskey, 95th.
95th, turn me, you're trying to have a good night.